who've been living under a rock, man, Rowdy Rebel, who was Bobby Shmurda's right-hand man, Ace Boone, you know what I mean? He was the one who was always with him in the videos, man. They did their thing, right? Now, prior to them getting locked up, man, him and Bobby had a bond, man, and Bobby took more time just so Rowdy could come home early. Everybody knows this story. Well, Rowdy's home. And it looked kind of odd because Rowdy came home before Bobby, when Bobby was the one who took the extra time. But, man, we got some good news today. Hopefully. Man, there's some stipulations on this good news, but it's looking like Bobby Shmurda will be coming home next month. Now, that's going to be big for New York hip-hop. I know they're going to roll out the red carpet for him because he stood 10 toes down for his homeboys. And, man, a lot of people appreciate what he did in the hip-hop world. You know, there's other rappers who took different directions, and it just wasn't given the same type of respect. So when Bobby comes home, I'm thinking that everybody's going to really salute him and give him his props, even though he went to jail for something that he probably shouldn't have been doing. I know it seems like a weird dilemma, but, man, it's just one of those things when you're dealing with gangster rap or you're dealing with drill rap that, man, certain standards and certain things are looked on positively and certain things are not, man. And this just happens to be one of those instances. Now, before we get to the rest of the story, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Bobby Shmurda a little bit, man. So Bobby Shmurda, man, he was a decent rapper. I'm gonna give him his props, man. He had a nice following. Everybody was pretty much enthralled, or in love with his song, man. Back in, I think it was like 2014 that he dropped, man, which was called Hot, whatever. And it's on running memes, man. People been talking about Bobby Shmurda since he got locked up, man. Now, Bobby Shmurda got locked up back in 2014. I believe it was like December time frame or whatnot. Around the same year that he blew up, man. Now, Bobby Shmurda has been pretty much in the news with a lot of fake hoaxes, people talking about that he was going to be released earlier, or a lot of people expected him to come home sooner. But, man, everybody was surprised when Bobby's time kept getting extended. Now, there were several reasons for this, man. Bobby allegedly was in jail, handling business how jail cats handle business. I'm not going to sit here and try to be, and try to dictate what's proper etiquette and what Bobby should be doing in jail. But it looks like, man, there was a couple of things that got his parole denied. Now, some of those are, it just sounds like regular jail stuff to anybody who listens to rap music or has any dealings with anybody who's actually been in the system. So in September, due to multiple violations while he was in prison, they cut his time back, man. They said that, man, basically Bobby Shmurda couldn't get out when he was projected to do so. Now, the things that they said that he did was, allegedly having a shank. They said he was actually in there fighting, and drug possession. Now, one thing like drug possession, okay, I can see that, man. Having drugs on you is a no-no. Fighting just seems like one of those things that comes with being in jail. And having a shank, man, I don't know anybody. I mean, never mind on that one, but we'll leave it alone. But because of those things, man, Bobby was actually due to come out in September of 2020. And, man, since he got into some trouble, it was pushed back. And now it's looking like 2021. Now, there are some stipulations on his release. So in order for Bobby Shmurda to get out in February, man, and they actually have a date, man. They're saying February 23rd. He's going to have to be a good boy, man. He's got to stay out of trouble. And that's the biggest stipulation, man. That's the easiest way to sum it up. So this is conditional on the fact that he just stays out of trouble. So if Bobby Shmurda is talking to his cats at home, man, hopefully they're giving him good news or good advice and telling them, man, yo, stay out of trouble, keep your nose clean so you can come home next month and we can get back to the music. Because you can see Rowdy Rebel ain't stopped, man. As soon as he came back home, he threw on the jewels, he threw on the kicks. He got all his gifts from his homeboys. Everybody meted and greeted him. And what was the first thing he did? He got back in the studio and got back to work, man, back to business. And I'm assuming Bobby Shmurda is going to do the same thing because no diss to Rowdy Rebel, but Bobby Shmurda was a way bigger star at the time that he was being locked up, man. At the time the whole hot, song was going on and everything, man, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. He was a big deal. Even though he was trying hard to find a follow-up hit, it seemed like he had longevity in his career because of his age, man. Now, Bobby Shmurda, man, I'm thinking, man, once he gets back and he sees where New York drill is, he's going to find a place home in New York drill scene that we have today. Now, being good in jail and staying out of trouble is probably easier said than done. And at this point, man, him being a high profile person, I know there's crazy stuff that goes on behind the scenes where cats will try to set other cats up so they get more time or their time extended. And this actually goes on, man. If you look at any prison documentaries or anything like that, people talk about this all the time, and even some hip hop documentaries. But man, this is a blessing for Bobby Shmurda because this is actually 10 months prior to when he was actually supposed to be released. So just due to the current restrictions and things that are going down, this worked in his favor, man. So an early release for him would be a nice gift, man, for 2021 to start off. So I'm thinking that Bobby Shmurda getting out early is almost a definite. It would take, I'm a knock on wood, but he would really have to be into some drama in order to mess it up between now and the 23rd of February. Now, a lot of the reports list Bobby Shmurda as a Miami, Florida artist or a Miami artist. And Bobby Shmurda is well known for being a part of GS9 and being a New York drill artist, man. He's kind of the beat in the New York drill, man. That was them, man. They were kind of almost the architects of that, to be real, man, GS9. And when he gets released, I'm wondering how this is going to play out. Because maybe he changed his official residence to Miami, Florida. And when he gets released, will they release him in Florida or will they release him in New York? Now, currently, he's at Clinton Correctional Facility in New York City. And, man, if he leaves from there and gets released, I'm thinking, man, he's going to get the red carpet rolled out for him from the city. I think a lot of people like the fact that he stood up and he stood tall for his homeboys and he didn't tell on anybody. And that's going to last a long way and lead back to his career. I think he'll be one of those people that could get back into rap just like they left. Even though he was still searching for like another hit while he was when he was going out the game, from 2016 to now, there's been a lot of changes, yes. But drill has been constant, and it's actually gotten bigger with the ascension of Fivio Foreign and Pop Smoke. So it's looking like a good place for Bobby, or a good time, I should say, for Bobby Shmurda to come home. And all I can say is we will see. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Bobby Shmurda getting this early release, getting released 10 months earlier than projected, is good news for everybody, the hip hop community, and specifically the hip hop and drill community there in New York City? Do you believe they're going to roll out the red carpet for him and make him feel like a king when he comes home? Or do you think that, man, something might happen between now and then to prevent this from happening? Because every time they say Bobby Shmurda is coming home, it's been something to derail that every time. Now, I hate to put that bad juju out there, so I'll say this. I'm hoping that Bobby Shmurda does get that early release. I'm hoping he gets right back in the studio, and I'm hoping he has a successful career in the rap industry. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.